Hello and welcome to Fish TV. Today we have Advocate Krishna Thakkar with us, who is a matrimonial lawyer and a counselor. Hello, Mr. Krishna. Okay. Please tell us about marriage registration first. Okay. How can one do a marriage registration? From where? In what day? What are the documents required to take?
Okay. It's very important these days to get your marriage registered, and the marriage registration takes place at the nearest NMNC office. Suppose if you are living in Vashi, you have to just go to the NMNC office in Vashi along with a marriage registration form, which is Memorandum B, which is available free in NMNC office, along with certain documents. First is your date of birth proof. Date of birth proof of the boy and the girl both. You need to take your marriage wedding card. अगर marriage हो गई है तो you need to take a marriage wedding card, marriage photograph, your address proof, your passport size 2 photographs. You need 3 witnesses who can come along with you to the NMNC office at the time of registration. You submit these papers to the NMNC. They will give you a particular date within a week. That particular date you have to go again, the boy, the girl, the witnesses, to the registration, NMNC office. They make you sign in the register, and the same very day they give you the marriage registration certificate. This is taking place in New Bombay, everywhere. Nerul, if you are residing in Nerul, it is in Nerul NMNC office, Kubarkana NMNC office, and Vashi NMNC offices. So it is easily done, and you must do it.
So in one day one can get the marriage certificate in hand and
Yes.
you come with the proper documentation. Alright. Mrs. Krishna would like to put a topic about divorce here. Divorces are seen so common today. What are the factors, what are the causes that it leads to divorce for a couple? Like even in 6 months of a marriage, one decides to get a divorce. Why is it so?
Divorce is, the percentage of divorce has gone high these days, and the reason are many. I cannot pinpoint to one, but to name a few. It has to be financial independence of the women these days. Women don't want to take it as a doormat, to be treated as a doormat. Previously, the marriages were a sacred institute where a couple, a family is getting married. Here in these days, it is the boy and the girl who get married. I would say these days the marriages are becoming contractual marriages, because we want to live together, we want to have kids together. You have somewhere in the back of your mind that yes, if it is not working out, if you mutually don't, we are not compatible, our wavelengths don't match, we walk our ways. Many couples do that.
Certainly.
And the reasons we were talking about why divorces are happening: financial independence. The second I would contribute to the long working hours and working of both the couple. These days, the man and the woman both work. So what happens is, most of the time, for more, I would say 10 to 12 hours, they are out of the house, where there is a very little time that they spend with each other, which they should. The quality time, as you said, you need to spend with each other. If you don't, then it is quite possible that you get emotionally, mentally attached to somebody at your workplace, which is again human. If you don't have that attachment at home, it's quite possible that one of the couples partners would get attached to somebody, and this leads to extramarital affairs, and then it leads to divorce.
Okay.
Sometimes it also happens because of parental egos, I would say. Sometimes it also happens because of sexual preferences. These days, previously, you would never heard of things like being gay or important. These days, girls are very open about their feelings, and when they come to know that my husband cannot perform, they don't want to continue with that marriage for ages together. They are upset, telling the people that, okay, Baba, this is the place, I cannot live in this marriage. They don't want to pull on. So they end the marriage. So that's how the reasons are.
Tell us something about the divorce petition that is it.
Okay, now divorce petition can be filed one-sided by either of the partners against the other, or if the couple decides that yes, both of us are absolutely non-compatible, we cannot live together, we don't want to harm each other furthermore, and better separate mutually, then there is a procedure called divorce by mutual consent, which you can file in the local jurisdiction court. For us in Bombay, it is Thane. The couple has to go to the Thane court, file a mutual consent petition, wherein they can put down the points as if there is anything agreed between the husband and wife that okay fine, if we get mutually divorced, then the husband is about to give the wife this house or say alimony of rupees so much. All that comes in the consent terms.
Okay.
So you file this mutual consent terms. After the mutual consent terms are filed, there is a period of 6 months given to the couple again to see whether if there is any chance to come back together.
There is a counseling part comes.
Yes. If you file and if you counsel them properly, there is a possibility that they come back together.
Okay.
Especially when there is a kid involved, we do the counseling so that the marriage is saved for the sake of the child. Because most of the marriages, the couple may find another partner, but the child will never find another same parent. So this is one way, mutual consent divorce. The couple has to go back to the court after 6 months again, file evidence, and after the evidence is filed, 45 days after that, you get a decree that your marriage is divorced, nullified. That's one way. The second way, as I told you, is the petition when one person files it against the other. This is a very dirty way of doing it. Why? Because you have to throw a lot of allegations on the other partner. You are filing for the divorce. So you mentioned, I have been through cruelty, I have been through desertion, I have been through harassment in my in-laws place or by my husband, and that is why I am filing for divorce. If the husband comes back, counter allegations, it is she who was like this, then it becomes a very dirty affair.
Okay.
It is like throwing dirty linens in public. This should be avoided.
Okay. Either partner tries to put down the other.
Put down the other. Allegations, counter allegations, then who is right, who is wrong, and you have to open all the dirty secrets in front of the court that there are so many people around you.
Right.
So this is another way how you can take a divorce mutually, or you file a petition against each other and fight for years together, which I would never advise.
Okay. Mrs. Krishna, please tell us something about 498 section. How does the lady use or misuse it that time?
498A is a special section under IPC, which was in fact done for the sake of filing a petition or case, FIR, lodging FIR against the husband and the in-laws. Previously क्या होता था कि the ladies used to be tortured for demanding dowry, कि तुम शादी में इतना तोला सोना नहीं लाया. Ladies were burnt. So to prevent all that, the ladies used to go to the police station, were supposed to go to the police station and file an FIR under section 498A, where they can file a complaint against the husband, the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, the sister-in-law, the brother-in-law, the whole family goes behind the bars.
Okay.
So as you rightly said, Pooja, the ladies these days are misusing the section 498A more than actually using it.
Okay.
It is a very dangerous section
Yes.
for the husband.
Okay. There's a new act which is called as Domestic Violence Act. Please put some light on it.
So Domestic Violence Act is a little milder act, and it is a private complaint to be filed by the lady. Now, the house where the couple lives is called the sharehold house, which is a matrimonial house. As our Indian society goes, normally the house is in the name of the husband, and the wife, she's not secured that the house is the name of the husband. What if he sells it off to somebody and all? If the wife is scared or apprehends that my husband is planning to sell away the house and I and the kids will come on the road, or if she is going through any kind of abuse, mental trauma in the house, which is absolutely within the four walls of the bedroom or house, I can say, she has every right to go to the court, get a restraining order from the court, restraining her husband from selling off the matrimonial house, which is the sharehold house. She can restrain if there is any evidence from the husband to come in the same old house also, even if it belongs to him.
Okay.
So that she is protected, as the name suggests, Domestic Violence Act. Protection from domestic violence. So the court grants the restraining orders to the husband not to enter the matrimonial house, not to beat her up, or not to do abuse. In this act, even the wife can claim some maintenance for herself as well as for the children also.
Okay.
So this is protection of domestic violence of women from the husband.
Till what time can this be protected?
Till the case is going on, you can have the restraining order.
One message that a matrimonial advocate would like to give to the married couple.
Let us bring back the matrimonial issue and the marriage. Let us make it again more sacred, because we are giving an example to our children. If we will not make it look like a sacred institute, neither will our children. living couples are becoming much more, now they have started living in and all that. But we should always teach our children or set an example before our children that we have got married, this is our family and this is where we belong. The feeling of coming and belonging to one family comes from a marriage. Parents, in-laws, dada dadis, nana nanis. So it has to be looking like a whole family.
Correct.
So my message to the couples would be, keep little more patience, be little more tolerant. Compromise is the key word of marriage, and at every relation you need to work on. Marriage is also something which we need to work on. It doesn't just happen. So like, don't we have fights with our parents, our sisters, our siblings? Same way, small tips cannot become a big fight and it should not be the reason for the divorce. So you should work on relations, especially marriage, for the sake of your children.
Wow, well said. Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Krishna, for giving us your valuable time.
Thank you so much.